Hello, strangelings. Welcome back to my parlor. Now, you guys know I am all about getting on my bohemian job and making sure that you all are not being taken advantage of by charlatans who just really want to look like they have some kind of knowledge and power beyond what you might, so that you will rely on them and they can grow their power and money, whether they grow their knowledge ever or not. Generally, those kind of people don't, by the way. So today I wanted to talk about a specific issue, one that's been around for a very long time. It is literally one of the first lessons about charlatans that my mother gave me, and that is the catch-all, as the title says, of course. Now, you may ask, what do I mean by the catch-all? You guys have all seen it. Anybody who has tried to talk to a psychic, tried to get a reading done, anyone who has gone through any of this has seen at least one catch-all in their life. The catch-all is where you'll have a reader. Let me see if I can pull a card so I can get a good example for you. You'll have a reader pulling out a bunch of cards, first off. Then they'll start giving you, like, signs. Well, heavy Taurus energy and Virgo and Pisces. Oh, and there's also some Gemini and Aries and Taurus. Oh, yeah, and I also see Capricorn, and they'll give well over 6 horoscope signs, but the thing is there's only 12. So, they give over half, which means most of their bases are covered. Then they'll be like, I gotta find just the right kind of card here for this. I'm not sure if I can give an example. This one especially. It'll be like, so I see here, it looks like there was a joyous event, but there was a third party situation. Or maybe this is a parent, a mother or father, or maybe this was a sibling, or. They'll start throwing out, I'm hearing the name Joe, Josh, Jared, maybe Jessica, Jesse, James, John. I think I already said John at the beginning, but I could be wrong. Or this could be 3 months, or it could be 6 months, or it could be 6 years. Take it how it resonates. By the way, take it how it resonates is one of my most loathed statements that they could say. It's ridiculous. And then they'll throw out things like, oh, I see the letter B, K, M, S, R, T, W, D, S, I already said S, V, U, H, Y. Why indeed. But there's a reason they throw these just at you, just bunches at you all at once. And the reason is because they don't know. These are the things that are popping into their head. The various random numbers, letters, names, times, so on and so forth that are popping in their head. But they also don't want to disclude anybody else from the reading. I mean, God forbid they not get as many eyes as possible, because if they were giving readings that were going primarily to the person they're for, and then to a few scattered others, well then, of course, what's that going to look like? You're going to only have like a handful of people watching this particular reading. They can't have that, guys. Of course they need the numbers because, well, one, they say they need the numbers so that their message spreads farther. And in some ways that is true. However, and I can tell you by example of my channel, not catering to the mass public and actually being more pinpoint about your readings, first off, is better, but second off, gets less views. Now, I do obviously have an issue with that because of the fact that it makes it less honest. You want to widen that net? Sure. You want to get more viewers? Sure. You want to claim it's for a collective? Of course. But as we are disingenuous about how the reading actually is, then we show our disingenuousness in how our abilities actually work. I have a tendency to believe people who try to widen their net as much as possible do it because they have less accuracy in their net in the first place. And if we aren't accurate, then why do we have channels claiming we are? Well, of course, it's for income, for money, to do this thing that they think is just this simple little trick of the eye that they can do. I guess that's why my channel has almost nobody. I mean, it has 7 subs so far. Because I'd prefer not to trick the eye. I prefer to, if I'm getting actual information, I'd prefer to allay that information to who it belongs to. But this is, like I said, an age-old trick. This is an ancient trick. This is a trick that has existed longer than any of the technologies we're using today. Other than, of course, these technologies, obviously. You see, these are the same card readers who, when my people were giving solid personal advice for each individual who felt the need for it, did what we could to try to help using our natural abilities. Because reading a statistical algorithm, guys, is a natural ability. Just because they call it psychic abilities doesn't mean a damn thing. But those who could not actually read relied so much more on showmanship. And what's more showmanship than I include all of you in my reading? Come to this joint reading session and I will read for all of you. I will get some specifics for some of you, and all of you can take the advice for the rest. Only that's not how it works. You see, if you're trying to read the events for everyone, everything's going to get muddled. We've discussed this before. I don't remember if it was before or after the reboot. But if you have a room full of people who have no shared events amongst the entirety of the group, and maybe a few shared events here and there with small portions of the group, you're going to be so confused if you actually are reading the energy in the room. All right, guys. Another short one. A little bit of advice just to let you guys know, you know, I don't like these charlatans taking advantage of everyone. I never did. Part of the reason why I'm so pissed off that the Romani continue having to state that they are actually, or I should say we are actually part of them, even though we're not. Because charlatans get you everywhere they can. Even if it is forcing you to behave the way they choose. Alright guys, getting out of here. Don't forget, I love you all no matter who you are. Take care of each other. And I'll see you guys in the next video.